Alright, everyone. So let's have a very serious conversation. Now, a lot of you guys might think I'm egotistical after this. A lot of you guys might think I have superiority complex, but if not, it's none of those things. I really want to just bring to your attention how people don't pay attention and how people are just dumb in general. And hopefully, this video will help you avoid being one of those things. Now, the first thing is recently there was an incident where someone impersonated me on social media, on Instagram, and I went to the police and so forth. They said that the only way I can actually do something about this is if I go to the fraud prevention unit. Now, there is a lot of things regarding that. For instance, there's a lot of influencers you guys also follow, your celebrities, your mentors, your creators, whatever the case. There's a lot of people who also impersonate them, but there's a reason why we can't. There's a reason why all of these accounts will just keep on existing, because there is no crime which takes place per se with us. Say for instance, like this person impersonating me, he hasn't committed the crime towards me, so there's nothing I can do about it. Even though he's impersonating me, I can't go to Instagram because Instagram's laws doesn't fall within South African jurisdiction, so there's nothing our law can actually do about it. And this is why the only thing we can actually do as society against these scammers is to report the accounts. Now, there's two ways these people do it. The first way is they will tell people to invest with them. This is the normal scam tactic. Send me 3,000 Rand, I'll send you 30K in 3 days. Anything that sounds too good to be true probably is. Now, if you go to any registered firm, a legit firm, and you invest with them, they will give you 8 to 24% per year. Now ask yourself this: who can give you what random person that you don't even know or even heard of will give you 1,000% gain on your money in 3 days? Sounds too good to be true. So why would you fall for it? It's common sense. And then if you can't get the money, these people would do what they would do is they would tell you that, okay, to get the money, there's now a few procedures. You need to give them your passwords and stuff like this. Now people don't pay attention to this because they want the money. They will give them like their Facebook passwords and stuff like this. That's how people get access to your friends' accounts and so forth. So when your friends say that their accounts got hacked, they didn't get hacked. They were stupid. They gave this person their account details and the login details. And that is that's a greed thing that took place. So the ego made it happen. The ego is a very evil and bad thing. So the second way obviously is they take your pictures, they open another account as if it's your account. They add fake followers and so forth. They make posts like you. Now people who don't come to your profile and actually view your profile will think that is you. Hence, I am making this video, for instance. Now, like I also want to say is, I'm a creator, right? So we don't have normal accounts on Instagram, me and your other creators. We can see how people actually engage with our posts. For instance, on average, I get like 6 reactions per post. But on average, I reach like 1,000 people. Now, one of 3 things. Either people just scroll past the post, they read it but don't react, and don't want to support small business for us to get more engagement. Or number 3, they read it, don't react, and simply don't pay attention, because I know for a fact I've warned so many of you guys not to invest with scammers or people you don't know. Don't send money to people you don't know, but you guys still do it. And you want to come to us and come cry when you get scammed. But there's people like us out there who don't promise you these ridiculous returns, who actually try and guide you to the process. For instance, anyone who wants to sign up with me, I always hop on a call with them. A scammer will never answer a phone call from you. So you see, you guys don't pay attention to the simple things, the human things, the things that before money, you have to understand we are human. We have to have human interaction. Let's understand each other, emotional trust and stuff like that. So I'm trying to say, you guys blindly get into things, and this is how you guys actually get scammed. Now, the second thing is, there's so many things I want to actually address on here. Now, for instance, when this incident happened with me, right, I posted about on Instagram, social media, on Facebook, WhatsApp, my Telegram. I told so many people about this incident. The same people who viewed my posts, I can obviously see who views my posts. The same people who viewed my posts, right? When this person who impersonated me messaged them, they still came to me and asked me, is this me? You saw my post. It's common sense. Pay attention, right? Obviously, Like I just said, the only thing we can do if you know this is a fake account is report the account. Because obviously our laws can't do anything, but only Instagram and Facebook can do something. But the thing is, do you honestly think if 50 people report one account, they will ignore it? They won't. But the thing is, if you guys are so egotistical and think, they're gonna sort it out, right? Môre oor môre word jou oma gescam. And then you could have prevented that by just doing what's right. By just doing what's right, by knowing that this is a fake account, report it. It's free to report the account. It doesn't even take more than 10 seconds. You click 2 buttons and you report the account. But you guys wouldn't do that. But then the same people who wouldn't go through this is the same people who would message us for help after they get scammed. But the same people who would view our posts, not react to it, not sign up with us, and can go pay people who they don't know because they promise them a ridiculous return. But because if you come to me, I tell you that I won't promise you $1 million tomorrow. I'm real with you at all times, for instance. So, what am I forgetting? Another thing. I post so much about things happening in society, for instance. Let me make a good example. Remember when the pandemic came and everyone thought, this is the end and we're all going to have to get vaccinated. Remember what we said? We don't need a vax. I didn't get vaccinated. Look how many of you got vaccinated that saw my post and now you're getting your vaccination, for instance. This is the exact same example. I want you guys to realize that there is more than money, more than trading happening around you. So if we post about the things like the New World Order, the stock market crashing, the price of living going up, inflation, these things, you don't pay attention to it. For instance, I have so many people message me about right now with Africa, with the BRICS nations creating a new currency. But I've been talking about this since 2018. You don't pay attention. You don't read my posts because you think it's too much to read. Because you've been programmed to be lazy. You've been programmed to just receive. Everything must be handed to you on a silver platter. This is why we always blame the government for everything. We can't take anything into our own hands. I will always say this name, and I'll say that again in the beginning of the video. A lot of you guys will think that I'm egotistical, have a superiority complex. It's none of those things. Like I said now as well, there's more than money happening around us. We have a creator. We are all brothers and sisters. This planet was given to us to live in peace and in harmony, not for us to scam each other and do these things to one another. So what does that mean? It means that me, you, all of us, we have a responsibility to make sure that we prevent these things from happening. Meaning when you see someone does something wrong, you report it. If you see something doing wrong, you say something. If you see someone doing something wrong, you do something about it. You don't go around and just complain. This is why the world and state is in, because we all complain, waiting for the next person to do it. It's the same. It's the same thing for instance. I don't mean to offend anyone when I say this. It's the same thing as, for instance, when some of you guys tell people, what would Jesus do? You guys just want to tell people what would Jesus do, so you can tell people that so that you don't have to do it. So my point is, it's up to all of us to prevent. Like I said, it could be your aunt, it could be your cousin, it could be your mother, it could be your father getting scammed because they have this lack of knowledge. And the thing is, the more, like for instance, I don't want to mention any names, but there's so many of you guys who know, for instance, what I do. Who's cool, you guys have nice lives, you guys don't have to trade, you guys are sorted out with money. But there's some people out there who want to change their financial situations, for instance. And, trading is a way out for them. Trading was a way out for me. That's just why I teach people initially. Now you guys obviously know I live a nice life and so forth and so forth. But you guys would not tell people when you hear about these things. You guys wouldn't tell them about us. You guys would let them go out and get scammed, for instance. It goes back to the thing what I also said. I post so much information. There's so many times where I take time out of my day to upload videos for you guys to YouTube. Free information. It's just a matter of you must watch it and pay attention to the things I say. But it goes back to what I said. You guys just want everything to be given to you. nothing will be given to you. If anything, if you expect anything to be given to you, I promise you everything will be taken away from you because you're not willing to work for it. And it's the same thing with people who get scammed, no offense. If you're not willing to work for it, if you're not willing to learn how to trade, if you're not willing to learn how to invest, if you're not willing to learn how the world works, then you will always be at the bottom of the pyramid. And that's just how society is designed. But we are here to make you aware of how the world works and how society works. But you don't pay attention. So, moving forward, this is my, whatever you want to call it, putting it out there. If anything must happen to you on my name, if someone must impersonate me and you get scammed, I only have one profile on Facebook. I only have one profile on Instagram. I don't have any backup profiles. And also another thing, look at the dates of the posts. Obviously, if I am Jevon, there's only one of me out there. If I create new original content, who can replicate it? Obviously, the first place it will go to is to my personal account. So start paying attention to these things. Stop looking at followers also. Start looking at the people as people and not as gods and idols. Stop idolizing people. Because that is how you get scammed. This is how you get misled. So yeah, guys, I really hope you guys watch this video up until the end and really pay attention to what I say. And I really hope that you guys educate other people. Please share this with everyone you know so that more people can become aware of how these people scam people. I'll make more videos like this. I'll take more time out of my day to educate you guys and go more into the scam tactics they use to make you guys aware of how they do. So also when you spot this, you can warn some people, you can report it, whatever the case. But let's make this industry a better place. Let's make the world a better place.